Hey people, I had some time to think about this overnight. Done some more research on regards to this. What I've got here is the power supply. I've taken it off, the casing off I should say. And I had to get that off with 4 of these little buggers. And I've used, let's have a look, it's a 4.5 security screw bit. Use these on Mega Drive Super Nintendos, and it's the bigger one of the two, 4.5 I believe. Once I've got that out, I've got the casing off, and it's a massive heat shield that works as part of the earth. Well, I have noticed, going over the circuit board, it looks perfectly fine, except for the earthing points and where the shield meets up with the circuit board. And if you have a look closely, here and here, it's cracked. So that one's fine. Fingers crossed, this is the actual problem here. It's not earthing out correctly. So what I've got, I've got some solder and my trusty soldering iron. I'll set this up and I'm just going to reflow it, and then we can test from there. We don't need to add new solder to reflow the old stuff, but I always find it just works better. It's good practice. That's one. That's two. Let's add a bit more to this one. Perfect. While I'm here, I might as well reflow the third one. I hate to have to undo this a couple of months down the road for this very issue. Go. It's done. Right, okay, now that's cooled down. I'm going to put the casing back up. So hopefully I'll remember to put it back together properly. Right. A couple of little notches each of the power in and out goes into, so just make sure it sits in there properly. It will only go one way, so take your time, and it will just push in. Just have to be patient, that's all. There you go. Sure nothing's rubbing or catching. It's a little bit tight, but it will finally go to where it needs to be. Fine adjustments are always needed, but you know, this happens. It'll take a little bit of wiggling, but it will carry. And it's always this left corner. There you go. We haven't fired the case on the right way, but too good. Screws. Now go in the case. I'm always trying to tighten down equally, never one at a time, because if you need to move the case just to get the next screw in, you're going to be there a fair while. So. You don't need to do them up too tight, just as long as they are snug. it's all done back together. What I'm going to do now is put the console back together and then I can test the power supply. Divider that's going to go on first. I should make sure the board is in. There's a couple of plastic pegs. And let's get the ribbon cable through. Just pull that through. Let's get the screws back in it. Right, as part of the power board and our video board that goes in next. Right, make sure it's all lined up correctly before we put the screws in. Let's plug all the cables and make sure they go in the right place. Not a lot of force is needed on these cables to be pushed back in. They should just clip straight back in. Now let's get the controller board back in. Line it up with the plastic pegs both sides. And you can push in the ribbon cable. Make sure it's lined up correctly first of all. There you go. Nice and snug. Here we have the, what looks to be like an RF shield. It needs to go back in. Goes on top of the plastic tabs just under the video and power board just to hold it in place. And cables just go out that little flap just there. So this is where we need to put the screws back in. Just make sure there's no trap cables or anything. And screws, you won't need to force it at all. I can now put the heat shield down with its own screw. Don't need to tighten it up too tight. Okay, so where it should be, the cable pops out. This link cable, go back to the controller board, onto the land one, connect on the board, just a small push bit. Right, that's all in. To make sure everything is where it should be. Always good to double check. These longer screws are for the controller ports, so make sure you keep them free. You can use the smaller one. Sorry about that, people. Child coming in, showing me these wobbly tooth he's pulled out. Brilliant. Right, let's get back to where we was. Right, these longer screws, make sure you keep them to one side. You don't want them put them in the other holes. I mean, they can fit, however, in some cases it can go through the board and do some nasty damage. I've had that on Dreamcast, so just be very careful. So, put the 4 long ones to hold the controller ports down. Just be careful, you don't need much. The rest of the screws go in. We're getting there. You can fast forward this bit. It's as much as your reference it is mine, so I know what screw goes where. Right, that's all in. Just make sure everything is where it is. Haven't caught any cables. Cables all in where they should be. Okay, looks good. Right, I have some leftover screws. Oh no, wait. No, that's a lie. Right, 4 screws for the upper case to go on, and we've got these 2 black screws here. And I'm just like, oh, what are they for? They're not for the back panel. So don't worry, haven't forgotten much. So we can pop them back in right now. Let's move them out of the way. There you go, that's 1. There was only 2 in this one, so nice and simple. It's always best to put a towel down so you don't damage the table and you don't scratch the plastic on the item you're working on. It's always pain.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, check this out. troublemaker!